Cheryl Toledo, and I work with the Navajo Nation Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services as a prevention specialist. This year, I volunteered to be a part of the SAVE initiative, which is a suicide intervention tool. And SAVE, they all stand for something or a step that you take to help an individual who is thinking about suicide. So today I am doing A. So A stands for asking the question. So sometimes asking the question is not a very comfortable question to ask. So sometimes anxiety is what we feel. These are some of the factors that might impact our ability to effectively deal with an individual who is thinking about suicide. So anxiety, it's not an everyday conversation to talk about suicide, and you might feel uncomfortable, but just take a couple of deep breaths and then ask the question. Fear is another factor. And fear might come from the response that you might get. The person might be angry, the person might become aggressive, or they might have a weapon on them. So always remember that your safety is priority. So fear might be one of the other factors that might influence your ability to effectively talk to a person. Frustration is another factor. Frustration is when you're trying to talk to this person, you see things and the signs and symptoms, and you're trying to talk to this person's like, there's nothing wrong with me. I don't want to talk about it, right? But if you know there's all these red flags from the signs and symptoms, from S, signs and symptoms, do you see those red flags? Do not give up. Keep asking the questions, right? The fourth one is leaving your personal values or personal beliefs and your cultural beliefs or religious values kind of on the back burner, right? Talk to this person as an individual who has their own personal beliefs and their personal values. So there's a quote in here that says, it's important that your words and actions are non-judgmental and supportive in tone. So always remember that, okay? So some things to consider when talking to an individual is to remain calm, right? Take a couple of deep breaths, make sure that the setting is right, there's nobody around, that you have time to talk to this person. It says listen more and speak less. So listening more, that can do wonders, just sitting and listening to them, and that's probably all they need to do is just talk and to release whatever it is that they're feeling. And then to maintain eye contact. Eye contact is important because it shows that individual that you're there with them. It says act with confidence, right? You're sitting there and you're asking questions and you're letting them talk, right? Do not start arguing with them and doing the I told you so's kind of thing, because if you start to argue, they're going to shut down, they're not going to want to talk anymore, or they might start becoming aggressive, right? So use open body language. Open body language is leaning into the conversation, eye contact, and then nodding your head. You're in the conversation, right? Closed body language is sitting back with your arms crossed, right? So if a person, once they feel that your body language is closed, sometimes they'll just shut down. They kind of feel like, they're not interested, right? And be careful with your body language. If you're doing this number, you're looking at your time. If a person did that to me, I think, okay, this person doesn't have time for me right now, and they'll just shut down. So, and next one is to limit questions and let them speak, right? Remember, listen more, talk less, and be honest. There is no quick solution, but there is help out there, and letting them know of the resources that are available. If you're gonna do an intervention with an individual, make sure that you have your resources with you of what is available, mental health at the hospital, with different programs, our program, Division of Behavioral Mental Health Services. Make sure you have your resources with you. So one way to ask a question is like this. It says, some people in your situation sometimes want to harm themselves or even kill themselves. Are you thinking about harming yourself? Or even are you thinking about killing yourself? Right? That's direct. How not to ask the question is, you're not thinking about killing yourself, are you? Because if you do that, remember, body language, right? So don't ask the question as though you are looking for a no answer. Okay? So if you're going to do an intervention, again, kind of be prepared. Have your questions in line. Have your resources available. Okay? So that is all part of asking the question. So thank you and goodbye. The reason, just hope I feel better.